No, ma'am, for the record, write that down. No,
Not enjoying the weather.
I'm
I got
over it.
that. I got that.
Not right now.
I typed in the agenda and it said.
Yeah,
30th
thankfully,
January, but I
'cause
purposely
with weather
put
like this,
330th day of January,
there's been
because
so many
that's what it
flights
feels like.
canceled and stuff. I
My
mean,
least favorite.
so knock on wood, nothing
And
scheduled yet.
I shoveled
So.
out. Because in Covington, I made the mistake of parking my car.
Now I heard.
behind our
Me
house
too.
At the end of the driveway.
I had,
Instead of at the front.
I met Dave Pierce
So
there
last Monday,
yesterday,
I
so.
shoveled out like a 90-foot driveway.
Yeah.
Almost entirely by myself. And,
Oh.
and I don't want to. I think it's permanent.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. No, it's just,
So I might invest in this now.
now if I bought one, it wouldn't snow again for 10 years, and by the time I used it, it wouldn't
Exactly.
work. Hey, Jennifer, are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. Is it meeting night? It's 5:30. It's 5:30. We just were worried about you. Okay. See you soon. Bye-bye. She'll be here.
I call to order and welcome you to the Middletown, Ohio City Council meeting for Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. Please join me for a moment of meditation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag. You will hear 3 taps of the gavel when it is time to stand. Please join me in a moment of meditation now.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk of Council, Mrs. Amy Skank, please call the attendance roll.
Mrs. Carter? Mr. West?
Here.
Mr. Mulligan?
Here.
Mayor Slamka?
Here.
Mr. Lawley?
Here.
And I believe Mrs. Carter is on her way. Do we have a motion to excuse her until then?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan?
Yes.
Mayor Slamka?
Yes.
Mr. Lawley?
Yes.
The yeses have it, and the motion passes. The first item on the agenda this evening, we have a public hearing. The public hearing is for a major amendment to a planned development requested by JA Development on behalf of property owner Ravello Properties, LLC, for the planned development known as Havenwood, located on the western side of Town Boulevard. Assistant Law Director Jack Hemingway, you have the floor for the swearing in.
Any witnesses, please raise their right hand and swear that they will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Next, we'll have our staff report by Claire Fetters-Vinegar. And please just confirm that you've been sworn in.
Good evening. I have been sworn in. As mentioned, this is a major amendment to a plan development. This has been through Planning Commission already. This is for the removal of commercial uses from the remaining 1.9 acres of the development and to add 3 additional single-family attached 2-story units within 3 buildings on the parcel, walking paths, sidewalks, and a dog park. Because this is the removal of a land use from the plan development, this does require City Council approval. So the subject parcel within that plan development is a total of 1.918 acres, according to the Warren County Auditor's website. The subject parcel is within that Havenwood Plan Development District. The Plan Development District for the subject parcel was established with the approval of Ordinance 2023-83 by City Council on September 19th, 2023, effective October 20th of 2023. The final development plan was approved by the City of Middletown Planning Commission on April 19th of 2024, and the final plat was approved by Planning Commission and City Council in July of 2025. That final plat did establish a total of 49 parcels, 47 for residential dwelling units, 1 parcel for open space and private roads, and 1 parcel for future commercial development. That is the parcel we are discussing tonight. The development in total equates to just under 8.5 acres. So for property background, additionally, that currently approved final development plan established the following minimum site development standards for the residential parcels within that plan development district: a lot width of 20 feet, lot width of 85 feet measured from the private roadway, a front yard setback of 25 feet, and a side yard setback of 10 feet between buildings. And an important part here is the currently approved architectural elements established in that ordinance from 2023 does include a first floor facade of brick with all other facades that are approved to be comprised of vinyl. The applicant is requesting that if this major amendment is approved, that architectural waiver is also featured for the 13 additional units. Getting into staff analysis, looking at the plan development district review changes to approved developments. Based on the applications submitted, staff has determined that proposed changes to the approved development plan is a major change that require the approval of both Planning Commission and City Council due to the requested change in land uses within the plan development district. The applicant does wish to deviate from the currently approved setbacks that were established in that final development plan to allow for a minimum front yard setback of 15 feet and a minimum side yard setback of 6 feet between buildings. Here is the proposed updated site plan for that remaining 1.9 acres. The clicker's not working, but you can see in the southern portion of that site plan, those 13 units are the newly proposed to the development. Here is the proposed front elevation of the 13 units. So they would have the brick front first floor facade with vinyl on all other facades and floors, so including the side and rear facades. Getting into subdivision design, these streets, based on the site plan submitted by the applicant proposes a private street with access from Town Boulevard with a width of 24 feet. According to the Manual of Design for Public Improvements, local streets require a minimum street pavement width of 29 feet, measured from curb to curb. However, the currently approved private streets in that development for the residential portion, they do have a width of 24 feet. So the newly proposed street would be in the same, constructed in the same manner as the existing streets. Also in the streets, as presented in the site plan, the private street proposes access to units 5 through 13. However, units 1, 2, 3, and 4 do not have access to the private street. Then looking at off-street parking requirements, the proposed parking stalls are a 90-degree parking stall on each side of the private street that have a length of 19 feet and a width of 9 feet, which do meet the requirements set forth in Chapter 1218 of the Middletown Development Code, as well as the parking stall and aisle dimensions. Then looking at the site plan submitted, there are a total of 36 additional parking spaces proposed, exceeding the single-family dwelling parking space requirements by 12 parking spaces. Then looking at landscaping requirements, the proposed modifications to the site plan propose a parking area of 18 spaces per side of the private road, a total of 36 parking spaces. The applicant has stated that the proposed planting plan will be provided with the final development plan, should this be approved, to show compliance with Chapter 1216 with the proposed major amendment. But in the application request, the applicant does request that the details depicted be accepted as waivers rather than compliance for the landscaping requirements. Then looking at the comprehensive plan, this property is within our regional mixed-use area, which does call for primarily commercial uses with secondary uses that could include residential. This property is also located within the city's town center development opportunity area. No public comments have been received to date via phone or email. The fire department did express concern regarding lack of access, road access for units 1 through 4. In the event there is an emergency. The fire hydrant proximity, the site plan does not indicate the location of hydrants, so it is unclear if any additional hydrants would be needed. Public Works has stated a stormwater management plan will be required. Community and Economic Development Department, has stated the walking paths throughout the development shall be paved with dustless materials, such as concrete or asphalt. And lastly, all signage shall meet the required setbacks from right-of-way as identified in Chapter 1220 of the Middletown Development Code. So Planning Commission's recommendation is being forwarded to you all for your consideration. Their recommendation of approval did come with conditions. So the conditions are as follows. Applicant shall be in full compliance with Chapter 1216. I think 1216 in total. That might be a typo, sorry. So that would include the tree requirements as well as landscaping. Applicant shall be in full compliance with the fire department regulations as it relates to Ohio Fire Code. An applicant shall construct walking paths and sidewalks with dustless materials such as concrete or asphalt. And that is all I have. Is there any questions?
Any questions or comments at this time? I believe it's owner occupied, but I will let the applicant confirm. All right. Any further questions at this time? Thank you so much. At this time, we will invite the applicant to approach the podium if they wish. Please do state your full name, and if you have not yet been sworn in, please do get sworn in.
Yeah, I need to, did we do a switch?
We did, but that's okay. We can do another one.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Please state your full name, and then you may commence.
My name is Alex Betch. I'm with the engineering firm Bear Becker, 1404 Ray Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45202. I'm on here as a representative for the applicant, Joe Christos, also over here. Happy to answer any of your questions. I did, in an effort not to be too repetitive here, because Claire does a great job with the presentation. The applicant is perfectly fine meeting all of these conditions of approval that were laid out in Planning Commission. Specifically, the first one, the fire department's concern about the pavement not being in front of units 1 through 4. We're perfectly fine extending the pavement and the parking to be all the way in front of those units, and then working with the fire department moving forward to make sure we meet their needs there as well. I think that is it. I just wanted to talk a little bit briefly about the product type itself. It's a garageless product type. Does a couple of things. So the parking lot acts a little bit more like the multifamily parking would next door, where you just park in a surface parking lot and you go in through your front door. But what that does from an aesthetic perspective is it removes the garage doors and the driveways. And so you're really just looking at the facade, the front door, the front porches, that sort of thing. So it just adds another product type to the market here. The site itself it's a bit challenging parcel. Originally we had it as a commercial out parcel. It does have the overhead transmission lines that run diagonally through it, which restricts a little bit. So, we did have to get creative to figure out, how to best utilize that parcel moving forward. And it was determined that residential made the most sense. So, like I said, happy to answer any of your questions. Joe and I are here if you need us. Thank you.
Questions or comments from council? And Mr. Mulligan had a question earlier. Could you just speak to if these are?
Yeah, each lot would be on its own parcel, and it would be owner occupied. Sure.
Any further questions or comments? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
At this time, we can hear from anyone who would like to speak in support. Anyone who would like to speak in support, please raise your hand. Okay, seeing none at this time, we will call upon anybody who would like to speak in opposition. Please raise your hand. In opposition? All right. And at this time, does anybody wish to speak in a general nature? All right. Seeing none, the applicant, you're able to come up one last time if you wish. If you've done, we can continue. Okay, we'll continue. So this does conclude the public comment portion of the public hearing. We encourage you to stay, though there will be no further public comment and no interruptions at this time. Council deliberates. Any questions or comments?
One question for Chief Wright. Is the Lex ladder truck that's to be purchased, is it a 75-foot quint?
Chief Wright.
It's 75 foot.
Oh, okay, so 75 foot, yes.
as opposed to 110 foot, which makes it a lot easier to get in to this area.
Any other comments at this time? Questions? Any deliberation? All right, seeing none. We will continue at this point. Our Assistant Law Director, Jack Hemingway, will take a straw poll of council. I would, if I may, maybe the conversation of the acceptance with the Planning Commission recommendations.
Yes, thank you. This is a straw poll. If you are in approval of the proposed amendment with Planning Commission's recommended amendments. So say yes if you're in favor and no if you're not. So, Mr. Mulligan?
Yes, gentlemen, how do we handle the amendments?
We'll formalize it, yeah, but in I think the applicant had identified that they were willing to comply with everything that was identified in the slide deck, as well as I think there might have been a typo or a clarification that will be incorporated as well. And I think you spoke to it during the presentation, but if you, in total, so yeah, compliance with 1216, complying with the other, I think there was 4 itemized number items in there. We'll make sure that's all incorporated into an agreement. Okay, Mr. West?
Yes.
Mayor Slamka?
Yes.
Ms. Carter?
Abstain.
Mr. Lawley?
Yes.
All right, thank you. This concludes our public hearing. Our next order of business today is citizen comments. A professional presentation free of foul language is expected. This is not the time for debate, questions and answer, or any back and forth conversation. This is the time for you, our residents, to be able to present in front of City Council on record, uninterrupted, and have the floor. After the meeting, your comment cards will be given to the city manager, and she will assign a member of staff to reply to you as appropriate. We have received 2 comment cards this evening. No? 3? Oh, okay, I see 3. Thank you. We have received 3 comment cards this evening. I will prompt each speaker for the next steps when they reach the podium. I would like to call Jeff Payne to the podium. You may stand or sit according to your preference. Please adjust the microphone and speak directly into the microphone at all times. Before we begin, please state your full name and Middletown residence, work address, or interest in the city for the record. You will then have 4 minutes of uninterrupted speech. Please commence.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jeff Payne, 1050 Central Avenue with Downtown Middletown, Inc. I really just came to thank Scott and the city road crews for the phenomenal work that they did over the past week, particularly with clearing the streets downtown, especially in the downtown area. I know on Monday we had a level 3 snow emergency, so no one was able to get out. A lot of us had to work from home, but Scott and his crew and the crew were available on Tuesday. Central Avenue was cleared, and by Wednesday, the parking lots in the downtown area were clear and available for people to come down, park, and be able to visit the businesses. So we thought that was really extraordinary. I did email Scott on Monday because I had some calls and things like that. He said he had a plan, and clearly the plan was very effective. So I just wanted to congratulate and just give those kudos out. Did want to mention one other thing, since I have 2 more minutes. We are holding a meeting for all of the downtown businesses on Monday, the 9th, at 1:30 at Triple Moon Coffee. We're going to basically just be talking about the 2026 calendar events. So that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Payne.
All right, thank you.
Next, I would like to call Stephen Pryor to the podium. And you may stand or sit according to your preference. Please do adjust the microphone and speak directly into the microphone at all times. Before we begin, please state your full name and Middletown residence, work address, or interest in the city for the record. You will then have 4 minutes of uninterrupted speech. Please commence.
My name is Stefan Pryor from Cincinnati, Ohio. I come up here to advocate for a senior. I love my seniors now. Y'all getting old now, and I love my seniors. So I got to speak good about my seniors. But it happened June 11, 2026, at the 15th Avenue home. Approximately 50 shell casings were found with bullet holes were located in the upstairs bedroom, according to the incident report. There was a senior woman inside the home on the 15th Avenue, which shots were fired. The senior said and heard a popping sound. Originally believes he thought it was an electrical problem, an issue with her home, suspecting a fire. She began to leave the house. And when bullets came through her front door, also not striking her, she was not injured. I'm on the behalf of the seniors. We got seniors behind me, and y'all gonna get old too one day. We need make sure it's cameras on her street, police. You got police down here, downstairs, I see. They need to be hearing this too. No media coverage at all about these shots at all. They reached out to me in Cincinnati and asked me, can I come up and speak on this? This is a serious issue. A senior? You telling me seniors can't live in a home now with 50 shots getting fired at a house? That's not cool. Some of y'all probably live on the street or around the corner. I don't know. But it's wrong. Y'all got to do something about y'all crime. It's crime everywhere. But in Middletown, 50 shots fired? That's not cool at all. That should be y'all number one issue to talk about every time y'all have y'all meetings. Safety, cameras, police patrol, walking, not driving, walking the streets, walking the beat. This is a serious issue, and I'm not mistaken if I'm thinking that she's back in her home. I don't know nothing at all about that, but it's sad. She can't go back to her home if she's not in her home. About 50 shots fired. Paul, Miss Jennifer, Elizabeth, Steve, and Joe. Think about it. It was your home. What would you do? Think about that, Steve. What would you do if this was your home fired up? What would you do? Shot up 50 times plus. Miss Elizabeth, what would you do as a community leader? Miss Jennifer, this is a serious issue that Middletown has. How y'all developing property, y'all not getting rid of crime? Stopping crime. It's serious. This is a serious issue. I know y'all have 4 minutes. Man, Cincinnati only get 2 minutes, but thank you. But it's sad. Please, through the Most High God and Jesus, that y'all do something about this and stay on it. Please, have media coverage cover this. They need to find these thugs that did this. That's dirty. That's wrong. So I ask y'all politely and nicely that y'all do something about this, because it's a serious issue going on in every community throughout Ohio. I see everybody building up, building houses, but what about the crime? Crime is the number one issue. So that should be one of y'all agendas. Think about a plan, a strategic plan to stop this, because through the grace of God, she didn't get hit. You know God was in her midst at that time. She thought it was an electrical problem going on in her home. But God had her covered. So if God had her covered, that's why I had to come up here and cover her too, to speak on her behalf. She don't even know me. But I had to come up here to let y'all know. So do me a favor. Please, please do something about this. My name is Stephon Pryor. I love you guys, and nothing you can do about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pryor. Next, I would like to call Jody Suing to the podium. And you may stand or sit according to your preference. Please adjust the microphone and speak directly into the microphone at all times. Before we begin, please state your full name and Middletown residence, work address, or interest in the city for the record. You will then have 4 minutes of uninterrupted speech. Please commence.
Good evening, members of City Council and Mayor. My name is Jody Suing, and I live at 4925 Taunton Drive. I own a shared driveway that serves my home and 2 landlocked properties. The driveway is 600 feet, single-lane easement with a blind curve. I am here today because safe, reliable access is essential for daily life and emergency response. What used to be a quiet, shared residential drive in my neighborhood has become a safety hazard and commercial loading zone, often congested, overburdened, with no signs of stopping. In late 2025, New owners moved to 4916 Towton, and soon after they began receiving excessive commercial traffic, including delivery vans, large box trucks, Class 6 freight trucks, and other commercial vehicles. For nearly 2 months, I've documented well over 200 commercial vehicles. This exceeds the reasonable scope and intended residential use. Traffic often arrives at the same time, creating a gridlock. Trucks too large to navigate park in a blind curve and unload freight. Other trucks attempt to reverse drive down the driveway, creating additional risk for accidents. Trucks too tall require someone to climb on a ladder and manually lift electrical wires to make clearance. Trucks frequently get stuck and use my private yard to maneuver. A white box truck that comes multiple times a day routinely hits my tree on my property. My access is blocked and my property is damaged daily. The most recent incident involved a Class 5 straight truck that purposely ran through my yard, almost lost control, nearly hitting a telephone pole, going into a ditch on 3 wheels, and fishtailing down the driveway. Additionally, this property has been paid commercial activity. They filmed a commercial video with a moving company on my driveway, which resulted in more property damage and blocked my access. I've tried to make good faith effort asking the neighbors if we could meet and talk, but they declined. I've contacted zoning, planning, and code enforcement and was told this is simply how people get to their mail. This is just simply how people get their mail, or that this is a civil matter. Normal 2-person households do not receive repeated freight trucks and over 100 commercial deliveries a month. I've been told emergency response would not be impacted, but my lived experience proves otherwise. I've lived at this address for 10 years and have never experienced this amount of commercial traffic and problems with normal residential use of my driveway. This is not just about safety and peaceful enjoyment of my home. It directly reduces my property value. No one wants to buy a property 40 feet from a busy loading dock, causing wear, damage, and extra maintenance that the owners are responsible for. I am essentially trapped. I can't move, and I can't protect investment from activity that I didn't invite and can't control. If this amount of business and commercial traffic is not allowed on a public street in a residential neighborhood, why is it allowed on a private drive in the same residential neighborhood where safety increases and access is limited? I'm asking the city to hold 4916 Towton Drive accountable for the amount of traffic and the volume of commercial traffic it is bringing onto my driveway and into the residential neighborhood, and to restore peace and safety. I ask that the city treat this as a zoning and land use and not as a civil dispute, and enforce the appropriate codes to protect the safety and character of the neighborhood. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Sewing. This concludes our public participation. The next agenda item is council comments. We will begin to my left with Council Member Lally, followed by Vice Mayor Carter, and then to my right with Council Member West, followed by Council Member Mulligan. I will speak last. Mr. Lally?
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to congratulate Council Member Carter for being appointed Vice Mayor. Look forward to working with you in 2026, so congratulations.
Thank
you. And Councilman West, thank you for the great job you've done over the last couple years, and I think together as a team, you're going to see good things from us. Unfortunately, this is getting commonplace where we have to appreciate our public works snowplow drivers. Wish I didn't have to do this, but excuse me. Let me say, Scott, to you and your team, thank you. I think you guys absolutely did a magnificent job in cleaning the city streets in this unprecedented snowfall. I mean, 16 inches is incredible. Were things perfect? Darn near for what we got, but things are never going to be perfect. But I think you guys just did a great job. So my hat's off to each and every one of you guys, not only the snow plow drivers, but everybody else who helped out in it. Excuse me again. Additionally, I want to say thank you to our firefighters. I know they've had a very busy last couple weeks fighting several fires we've had in Middletown, and they've done it in pretty cold and harsh elements. So Chief Wright, to your guys, I know they miss me, but I'm glad I don't have to be out there. It's too cold. But and then for the rest of the city employees who have been out in the cold work, and then all the citizens of Middletown, spring can't get here soon enough. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lally. Mrs. Carter.
I just want to say good evening and apologize for being late. I had on a watch that said one time, and when Amy, my dependable person, most dependable person in the world, called me and said, "Where are you?" I'm sitting here. So I want to apologize to everyone for being late, and no comments.
Thank you, Mrs. Carter. Mr. West.
Thank you, Mayor. I, along with several others, want to say thank you to Scott and all of Public Works. I know it was a difficult storm, not only record snowfall, but the temperatures were just so cold that nothing seemed to work on the streets. But I think you guys did a great job and truly appreciate it. I know, my son was not too happy to have 5 days off in a row from school, but he suffered at home. But thank you. Truly appreciate it. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. West. Mr. Mulligan.
Thank you, Mayor. I can't add too much more, but thank you to our frontline workers and in Public Works and all the city departments who are out there in the elements and making sure that the business of government continues despite the city shutting down due to the storm. But it was excellent. I think the response was very good. Certainly we have things to learn, and I appreciate the the neighbors helping neighbors as well. I think these times bring out the best in our neighbors. And if there is any criticism, about how we can do things better in the future, we're also open to that. With the additional comments of the incident on of the shooting, maybe city manager, we could get an update in the coming weeks about the investigation to the extent that we could hear from police leadership on progress that way, just so we can fulfill the desire for the public to hear more about how we're resolving that or how we are addressing crime in any particular areas. But thank you, Mayor. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Mulligan. And I would like to begin as well. I think it is a great opportunity to just say thank you again to the City Manager Combs, Scott Tadich, our Director of Public Works, all the employees who did make this weekend, for your vigilance. You were giving us updates. Residents were coming up to me and telling me what a great job was being done, that they were just so pleasantly happy, surprised, and just really, really enjoyed that. So thank you for making that easy for our residents. I did want to go ahead and talk about some things that are still going on, even through the cold weather. This Friday, February 6th, is DMI's first Friday event, Love is Local, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in downtown Middletown. You can join in for a night filled with love, fun, and community spirit, celebrating everything local, the shops, restaurants, artists, makers, and friendly faces that make our downtown special. Stroll the streets, explore unique boutiques, especially as you prepare for Valentine's Day. Enjoy special deals, sip, snack, shop, and discover something new while supporting the businesses you love. Bring your family, grab your friends, plan it for a date night, or simply treat yourself. There's a little something for everyone. For more information, please visit downtownmiddletown.org and search under events. On Friday, next, February 13th, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., is the local Makers Market at West Central Wine, located at 1120 Central Avenue in downtown Middletown. This is a great place to shop, handmade for Valentine's Day. For more information, please visit the West Central Wine Facebook page. It is always easy to find handmade, unique designs for gift giving or for yourself at our arts centers in downtown Middletown. The Pendleton Arts Center and the MAC, our Middletown Arts Center, featured locally made, handmade artistic designs all year round. For more information, please visit pendletonartscenter.com under Middletown and middletownartscenter.com. Also next Friday, February 13th, begin your Valentine weekend with That Arena Rock Show, a celebration of 70s and 80s rock at our beloved Sorg Opera House, located at 63 South Main Street. If you like musicians sporting big hair and leather pants, then this show is for you. That Arena Rock Show is the ultimate high-energy theatrical tribute to classic rock and roll that will take you on a trip back in time as you sing your heart out to the legendary rock anthems that ruled the airways in the 70s and 80s, including from artists like Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, AC/DC, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, Kiss, Poison, Def Leppard, and more. Get your phone lights out and pump your fists in the air because this rock show is more than just music. It's an experience. For more information and to buy tickets, please visit SorgOperaHouse.org. The next day, Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, at 8 p.m., join in at the beautiful and historic Sorg Opera House for Dead Man's Rocky Horror Shadowcast, returning to the Sorg for a special Valentine's Day performance. If you're looking for something different from the typical dinner in a movie, this is a full-blown spectacle featuring a rowdy cast of costume performers, over-the-top audience participation, and dance breaks that will shake the rafters. And tickets are only $10. For more information, please visit SorgOperaHouse.org. Please save the date for the Fat Tuesday Donut and Beer Walk from DMI on Tuesday, February 17th. Channel your inner Homer Simpson, wear some stretchy pants, and join in historic downtown Middletown. Each donut stop will have a specially selected beer pairing available for purchase. Also, the the designated outdoor refreshment area, also known as DORA, will be in effect, allowing you to sip and stroll between shops. As an added bonus, there will be a donut scavenger hunt. And this event also serves as a DMI and DORA district fundraiser to benefit our local DORA businesses. So by supporting this event, you are supporting local. For more information and to purchase tickets, please visit downtownmiddletown.org and search under events. As a reminder, the City of Middletown accepts applications for our boards and commissions throughout the year. So if there is something that you have an interest in and you wish to give back to your city in this way, please do submit your application. To learn more, please visit the city's website at cityofmiddletown.org. Lastly, and as always, there are many ways to get involved with your city and give back. Join a board or committee, run for office, apply for a job with the city, volunteer at the hospital, pick up trash in your neighborhood or park, plant a garden in your yard, smile at a neighbor, find joy and satisfaction for a job well done in whatever work you do, or just have a positive and giving attitude. Find something that you can do regularly and give back. We are all connected and we are all in this together. The care of our city is an adventure in which we all get to share. That is all from me tonight, and this concludes our council comments. The next agenda item is city manager reports. City Manager Ms. Ashley Combs, you have the floor.
Good evening. So I have one more event to add on to that robust calendar of events in February. So on February 20th, that's Friday, and February 21st, Saturday, the City Council will have their strategic planning for the retreat. That will be for our next 3 to 5 years and what we can do now. So that'll be at Houston Woods, and Ken Brown, our new communications manager, did post that agenda here at 3 o'clock today. So be on the lookout for more information. That's all I have for this evening.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Combs. So next on the agenda this evening is the consent agenda. While the consent agenda is generally for consensus items, do any council members wish to remove anything from the consent agenda this evening and move to the motion agenda? All right, seeing none, we will continue. Mrs. Skank, please present the consent agenda.
For your consideration this evening, we have the approval of the City Council minutes from January the 20th, 2026. To receive and file the Board of Health minutes from December 9th, 2025, and the Civil Service Commission meeting minutes from September 18th, October 16th, November 20th, and December 18th, 2025. To confirm the conditional appointments of Joshua Morrow, Kendall Miller, Timothy Payne, Jacob Adams, and Jesse Garcia to the position of firefighter, EMT in the Department of Public Safety, Division of Fire. To receive and file oaths of office for Ken Brown, Jennifer Ferris, David Lemberg, Evan Snelling, and Aiden York, and to approve the final plat of the Towns of Lincoln Village Plan Development.
Thank you, Mrs. Skank. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to accept the consent agenda. We will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mayor Slamka?
Yes.
Mr. Lawley?
Yes.
Mrs. Carter?
Yes.
Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan?
Yes.
The yeses have it, and the motion passes. The consent agenda is approved. The next item on the agenda this evening is legislation. We have one item of legislation this evening. Assistant Law Director, Mr. Jack Hemingway, the legislation, please.
Ordinance number 2026-06, an ordinance providing for the issuance and sale of notes in the maximum principal amount of $4,950,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds for the purpose of paying the costs of the acquisition by the city of approximately 30 acres of real property along Union Road and State Route 122 for multi-use development, demolition of existing structures, and the design, engineering, and construction of public infrastructure, including but not limited to water, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer utilities, roads, traffic signals and controls, curbs, gutters, intersections, sidewalks, lighting, and related infrastructure, together with all necessary appurtenances thereto, all in support of economic development and job creation within the city. This is the first reading.
Thank you, Mr. Hemingway. Ms. Combs, the staff report, please.
Sure. So in 2024, the City Council authorized the issuance of $4.9 million in bans for the land acquisition related to Renaissance Point project, followed by a second issuance for the Phase 1 public improvements. In 2025, $4.95 million bans were issued to refinance the existing debt, extending the maturity level for an additional year. The proposed legislation enables the finance director to issue up to $4.95 million in bans to pay off and extend the existing debt until it can transition to long-term bonds. The action will maintain the project's financial obligation at the same level with costs deemed acceptable based on the TIF revenue projections.
All right, thank you, Ms. Combs. As this is a first reading, there is no action to be taken at this time. However, is there any discussion from council? All right, seeing none, we will continue, and this concludes our legislation for the evening. The next item on the agenda is unfinished business. Do any council members have anything they would like to bring up under unfinished business? Hearing none, this concludes unfinished business. The next item on the agenda is new business. Do any council members have any new business this evening?
I have one thing, Mayor.
Mr. West?
I'd like to ask City Manager Combs and staff to look in, one of the things that we currently don't have is some small business incentives that the city sponsors. So I'd like to look at coming up with something with specific qualifiers, such as, existing businesses that want to move in to the city, excuse me, and also existing businesses that are within the city right now that want to expand or increase staffing, ways to incentivize that, and as well, for existing businesses here in the city that have some sort of catastrophic loss, ways to help, those businesses out. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Mr. West. Any other new business this evening? All right, hearing none, that concludes our new business for the evening. The next item on the agenda is executive session. Do we have a motion to move to executive session under the authority of ORC 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay, Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. Lawley,
Yes.
Mrs. Carter,
Yes.
Mr. West,
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan,
Yes.
Mayor Slanka.
Yes. The yeses have it, and the motion passes. Council will now move to executive session. Do we have a motion to return to open session?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to return to open session. We will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mrs. Carter? Yes. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan?
Yes.
Mayor Slanka?
Yes.
Mr. Lawley?
Yes.
The yeses have it, and the motion passes. Council will now return to open session. Our next item is boards and commissions appointments. The Cemetery Board has one position available. Is there a motion to appoint Ova Wireman to the Cemetery Board?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan?
Yes.
Mayor Slanka?
Yes.
Mr. Lawley?
Yes.
Mrs. Carter?
The yeses have it, and the motion passes. This concludes boards and commissions appointments. This also concludes our regular city council meeting for Middletown, Ohio, Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026 at 6:26 p.m. This meeting is adjourned until Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. in these chambers for our next regular city council meeting. Thank you.